My dear people of Southern Cameroons, my brave warriors of our liberation movement of Ambazonia, accept liberation greetings from me today, Comrade John Akuro. Today is Saturday, and the date is June 25, 2022. My people, I have said over and over and over on this platform that opportunity is on the way. And that because opportunity is on the way, we need to get ready. We have to begin thinking of strategies of taking advantage of this wonderful opportunity that is on the way. By day and by night, this opportunity gets clearer and clearer. And unknown to a good lot of people in our liberation movement, this phase of the struggle, this phase of our march towards freedom was not ignited at this time for nothing. The divine timing was such that it will enable us to end an era once and for all. While La République du Cameroon will be sorting out itself, we will also have the opportunity to begin sorting out ourselves. Over in La République du Cameroon, it is not easy. The scene is being thoroughly set. The match is going to be a hard one. Did I call it a match? No, the tournament. Because it is bigger than just a match. It is a huge tournament. A tournament no one has seen anywhere before. Or should I say, a tournament never before seen. My people of Ambazonia, while all this is going on the other side, the people of La République du Cameroon envisioned to make sure that we will remain under them even when they descend into chaos, and give them time to finish their chaos and then come back and keep us under perpetual slavery by continually sponsoring something called divide and rule in our midst. And the best way, the best approach, the angle they saw to be best, to be the one that will work and give them the result they expect, is touching in, the intrinsic nature of man. It is Thomas Hobbes, who says that man by nature is selfish. And it is this selfishness in man that when carefully exploited, you can transform this man into your slave for life. That is why La République du Cameroon will continue, even to this day, to tell you, to tell us that the territory of the Southern Cameroons is unbalanced in terms of resources. That there are resources only on one side and the other side is arid. There is absolutely nothing there. And so they say that the area that they named themselves, because that's not how we were named prior to 1961, that they named themselves Southwest, has all the riches imaginable. They have the sea, they have the oil, they have the timber, they have fertile lands, they have everything. And then the side they call the Northwest is desert, arid land. So they tell, therefore, that the people of the place they call Northwest want a free country so that they, since they are more in numbers, they will exploit and depend on the resources of those of the Southwest. But my people of Ambazonia, because truth is like a lion, that you just need to release it into the world. Don't police it, don't defend it. It will defend itself. That is how, by day and by night, the truth is emerging that no part of our land is arid. And that the part that they even say is arid is a resource scandal. That's exactly what we are going to be discussing within the framework of the broadcast of today. So fasten your seatbelts. If you are thirsty, set something by your side and get ready as we jump into this discussion. I will be right back.
National Scrum Master in just 6 short weeks. You heard me right, just 6 weeks. This may be the biggest life-changing decisions you will ever make. They say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. If you were walking down the street and opportunity walked past you, would you recognize it? Well, here is an opportunity you won't want to miss. At Venbati LLC, our world-class trainers would prepare you for one of the best career changes you will ever make. And then you can consider yourself lucky when you make that six-figure income and laugh your way to the bank. If you are that person who can recognize an opportunity, call us at 240-701-7796. Check out our website, www.venbati.com. We have limited spaces. First come, first serve. Come one, come all.
So I want to always take the opportunity I have to mobilize our people of the Southern Cameroons, who are in the diaspora especially, to continue to look for opportunities to make money, a lot of money, because we will need it, not just to prosecute our liberation movement, but especially because we need to build this country once we get La République du Cameroon packing out once and for all. And to build this beautiful country, my people of Ambazonia, we need money. We don't have to take back our country and then we sit back and start bringing in expatriates, foreigners from all over the world to come and build it for us. And then we would have fought and fought just to change our colonial masters. That is why it is important for us to ensure that as we are overcoming this challenge of getting La République du Cameroon out of our territory, we should be getting ready to transform this place, this beautiful country, into a land of milk and honey. We need money to do that. We need to do that by ourselves. So, my dear brothers and sisters of Ambazonia, friends, lovers, and sympathizers of the Southern Cameroon's cause, today I have as a guest for just a few minutes on this program, the CEO of Venbati LLC, that you watched the commercial just a while ago, talking about the Scrum training. So Mr. Marcel Jaff is here with me in the studio, or rather, he is responding. He will be responding to my questions all the way from North Carolina. Hello, Mr. Jaff. You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. John Barakuro. Thank you for giving me this great and unique opportunity to be on your great platform to discuss this life-changing opportunity for your audience to listen and take advantage of. Talking about truth, this is one truth about the opportunity here. This is a great, great opportunity. An opportunity to be in this new and exciting field, the field that is catching fire, the opportunity to enter this information technology related field and work as a Scrum Master or even an Agile coach. So Forbes magazine says that data is the new oil. Data is the new oil, and that's a good thing. Come and join the winning team. Thank you.
So, Mr. Jaff, I know the technical department is working hard to make sure that they have us side by side. Mr. Marcel, I'm going to find this out from you. You are a trainer in Scrum. Now, tell me, there are a lot of questions people are asking out there, and I see some already indicating on my dashboard here. People are asking, what do I need? What kind of training do I need? What kind of pre-training do I need to get into this this new and wonderful field to become a Scrum Master? Are there specific kind of university degrees, specific kind of training that you need to qualify to become a Scrum Master?
Oh, that's a great question. That is a question I hear a lot from people aspiring to get into the field, people who are hearing about the field for even the first time. So to begin with, I myself, my degree is in economics. It's not in computer science. So that should say it all. Yes, my degree is in economics from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. So to answer your question more directly, this is an IT-related field, as I was saying. It's IT-related, which means the most important things that you need are more communication skills, team building skills. That's what you need. But for entry requirements, I would say basic computer skills is good enough. Basic computer skills. Understanding how to navigate your operating system. You know, Microsoft Office. That's good enough. And if there's any other thing that you need, we will be sure to recommend that to you.
So do I need to be computer savvy? Do I need to be so good in computer, know how to, get through the various applications, master Excel, master PowerPoint, master all of this before I aspire to become a Scrum Master? Do I need that?
So, basic computer skills, like the ones you have said, I recommend. Microsoft Office is something that we strongly recommend for our students to get a hold of. Microsoft Office covers all of those things. And these are basic computer skills that even people that are not even in IT field, they still use it. If you are going to use to apply for a job today in some other thing that is not even Scrum, you will still need to know that. And those are not difficult things to know. Those are very easy things. And we can help you with that. So basic computer skills is what is needed. Communication and team building skills is what I've seen in my experience is what makes the difference.
Mr. Jaff, you will take your breath for one moment while I say this, and I'll come back to you. I know you are a Southern Cameroonian, you are an Ambazonian, and of course, you are not one of those who is shy to say that you are an Ambazonian. And so I'll definitely, come to I'll ask you a question or two about your perspectives on what is happening in the Southern Cameroons right now. But before I get to that, I want to make this statement. My people of Ambazonia, I wonder if anyone has taken time to see what is happening over in La République du Cameroon. Sometimes when I raise these issues, they tell me, oh, that's foreign news. It cannot be foreign news. It really will not be foreign news until La République du Cameroon is completely out of our territory. I mean completely. Some have reached out to me and they say, but Mr. Akuro, you keep talking about opportunity. Don't you? What are you talking about? Today, I will make you leave it. Because my people, take a look on the other side. If you had the opportunity to read the petition written by another Usman May, after one Usman May had come on public video and announced that they were getting ready because they will not allow any kind of father to son situation in La République du Cameroon, then you should tell yourselves that the chaos that is getting ready to come over at our neighbors will engulf us if we don't get ready. And this is why, answering to a question from one of our brothers who is over in La République du Cameroon, he was asking me, you keep saying we should go back home. Go back home to where? The situation is so bad up there, we don't have, and I responded, you want to wait until going back home becomes an emergency. At that time, you will lose it all. At that time, you will not have the opportunity to take even a pin. Exactly what happened to me. My brothers and sisters of Ambazonia, who are based in La République du Cameroon, it is high time you begin taking all dispositions, because when the tensions get to boiling point and when the implosion begins, you may be caught in the crossfire. Those who are telling you to go home now mean good for you, not evil. Those who are asking you to start getting ready to go back, listen, once we are back in our land with our people, it will always be a better place to be with the situation that is expected to begin in La République du Cameroon. The camps are clear, very clear. It leaves no one in doubt. We have seen today that while Laurent Esso, the Minister of Justice, is on his own side with his own group of people, including Louis-Paul Motaze and their allies, the Secretary General at the Presidency of the Republic of La République du Cameroon, Ferdinand Ngongo, is with his own camp. And if you look at the situation right now, the Ngongo camp appears to be having an upper hand. But at the same time, there is a very incredible plot, because Chantal is not a child. She understands like women, and don't ever take women for granted. She understands that if she leaves Frambia at a distance, he may become uncontrollable. So she needs to bring him close and appear to arrange a kind of alliance. But then the end game will be when Paul Biya has been pushed aside. The rest will be determined. Right now, at this moment I'm talking to you, La République du Cameroon is in a powder magazine. The camps are clearly broken aside, and we can see them. And these people are armed to the teeth. They have been stocking arms. That is why the level of embezzlement reached unimaginable proportions, and nobody has been making any mystery about it anymore. They have not been hiding it. Don't forget, for the people of the South who are bent on keeping power, they have their seaport in Kribi, through which they have brought in all kinds of things away from the prying view of those who watch the Douala seaport. They didn't decide to build that seaport very fast just from the blues. And these are things that we need to know. If we don't take time to understand what is going on across the River Mungo, we are going to be taken by surprise. And like I said, within the framework of this communication, I'm going to be bringing out a lot. So just don't go away. So, Mr. Marcel, I'm coming back to you. I'd like to find out from you, what is your take on the Southern Cameroon's liberation movement thus far, at this point in time?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. John Barakuro. First of all, I want to thank you for the great work you're doing, educating a lot of Amazonians, Southern Cameroonians, all over the world, and even on ground zero. So my take as somebody in the diaspora is simple. It's that one word, synergy. We need to come together. We need to come together. We need to find a way. It's difficult to do, but synergy is very important. Let's come together. And then our role in the diaspora would be to support those on ground zero. Support. They need our support in every way possible. And that is why I'm hoping that maybe the little opportunity that I'm providing can be able to help people in one way or another to help us supporting what we are doing. And even after we have liberated our territory, we can continue to support ourselves. Because like John Barakuro rightly said, we're going to need the resources today, tomorrow, and forever. We will always need these resources and expertise. So I'm an unapologetic Ambazonian, unapologetic, because I think that we need to liberate that territory. That is not negotiable. That is not negotiable.
You were in Germany during the recent outing of Honorable Joseph Weber. So you had the opportunity to meet a lot of Ambazonians from across the diaspora who came there to be part of that interesting event. So what did you come away from there with?
Well, basically, this was my first time actually coming out and meeting my brothers and sisters in the struggle. And it was nice to meet them and get their different perspectives, and also listen to what Honorable Weber had to put across for us to deliberate. I think it's what I took from there was he had something he has put on the table. It is now for us to see, analyze it and see, can this help us? What is it that we can take from there to help us to move the struggle forward? Like I said, my key thing is still synergy. Synergy, synergy, synergy. There are many people that came there expecting different things from him, and he had a different, take on it. As you know, he has his own brand, he has his way, that he goes about to
Sure,
explain,
sure.
yeah. So different people would came there with different expectations. Some came there thinking it was going to be the person to unite the struggle. Some came there. So people had different expectations, and he had different ones.
I know it's a bit tricky sometimes, and I want to thank you for taking the courage always to besides being a businessman, I mean an IT executive, someone who's doing well, decide to put your face out there too and talk Ambazonia. Quite some are concerned more about protecting their interests. So I want to thank you so much for your mark of patriotism and attachment to the ideals of our freedom. But let me take you back to why you are here. So anyone, those who are interested in studying Scrum, in becoming Scrum Masters, and want to come to the Vanbati Institute, tell me, what should they expect?
Absolutely. What you should expect is excellence. You should expect we are people who are very deeply committed to what we do. You should expect deep commitment. That is, we don't count our hours, the hours we spend with our students. That's what you should expect. You should expect deep expertise. Deep expertise. I myself have been trained by some of the founders in the field, like Dr. Jeff Sutherland, and also who's a co-creator of Scrum with Ken Schwaber. I also have great mentors like Dr. Jim Coplin, and we have a well-trained staff and support staff that can help you. And then also deep passion. And above all, you definitely know this is an opportunity that will help you. If you are in the North America area, this is your door to start getting into that six-figure income barrier. You will be able to break that glass ceiling, if at all it's a glass ceiling, and start changing your life. I have a lot of testimony that I share with people in the class, how this thing has changed my life. So please come in, meet us, and we'll talk. Also, you can get, if you are new to Scrum and you don't know much of anything, you're still trying to get your feet wet, you can go to Vanbati LLC, my Facebook page. I did an orientation video over there that does a little bit more justice to the topic. Go to Vanbati LLC, the Facebook page, and you'll get a very, very good, explanation of what this is about. Many students that were not even interested in the program at the first instance, when they want to watch that video, they came back and told me, okay, now I now get what you're talking about. So
now, one last question before you go. Just the last one, so I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday while I continue, sharing with the people of the Southern Cameroons. Are you saying that just after 6 weeks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, it's possible for someone to automatically move perhaps from, say, a low of about $20,000, $30,000 a year to 6 figures? I mean, 6 figures?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our program is rigorous. There is work to be done. It's not an overnight scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. There is work to be done. But we do help you to walk you through the process and show you what you need to do. And you will make it. Many of our students have had multiple offers. So,
okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jaff. So I wish you a great rest of your Saturday. One last word?
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, my people. Let us talk the economies of the liberation movement. I know we have all seen these pictures flying on social media. This is wheat in Oku. And some are asking, but just how is this possible? That this is wheat. The war between Russia and Ukraine has redefined the food chain in the world. And we saw, like I mentioned the last time, that the chairman of the African Union, Macky Sall of Senegal, took the pains to travel to Russia, cap in hand, not to go and say that he wants to sign military alliance with Russia or so. No, but to go and plead, cap in hand, honestly, to go down on his knees, to put it more dramatically, before the Russian President Vladimir Putin and beg that he should allow Ukraine to ship wheat to Africa, lest people die of hunger. This is incredible. Wheat is used in producing flour. Wheat is used in producing a lot of things that are at the base of the food chain across the world. Even Cameroon is hard hit as I speak with the effects or the consequences of that conflict, because the price of bread has gone up. Even the quality of the bread being sold on the markets now has dropped tremendously. In quantity, don't even mention it. But, my people, today we are observing that wheat, that Macky Sall flew to Russia to beg that they should ship from Europe to Africa to fight hunger, is being produced in Oku, in southern Cameroon. And this Oku is located in the northern zone, in that place La République du Cameroon calls Northwest region. That place that La République du Cameroon said was arid land with no resources. Look at this. Why the price of oil, of petroleum products, has gone up tremendously, but what is affecting the world most is the scarcity of wheat, the scarcity of food. That tells you that much as that gas and oil, or oil and gas, is important, has a tremendous economic value, is very defining in the economy of a country that has it, agriculture remains the backbone of every economy. So therefore, my people, this is Oku. So we're not just hearing, it's not some fairy tale. That's why you have the people here. You have the traditional authorities. Everybody in Oku, they are involved in the production of wheat. But I want us to know, they did not start today. That is why we are seeing them afield, why we are seeing pictures of how they were, arranged to cultivate it in an industrial manner. You see the way it is. This is the approach that's taken in doing what's called plantation agriculture. So they are not just planting it amok. They are not just cultivating it amok. You see the way they are drawing the lines and all, not taking all the precision. That is why when you look at this picture, you now agree with me, because you see the line. You now agree with me, my people, that this is not arid land. And right there in Oku, already, the people are able to transform some of this wheat into drinks, into alcohol, into beer. It can be transformed into anything. I saw some, they even cooked it with maize, with corn. It's amazing. It's interesting. But why am I talking about this today? Because this is only one of several natural resources that we have in the southern Cameroon, and particularly in the area La République du Cameroon calls Northwest region. It has been policy for the government of La République du Cameroon to conceal the true economic potential of particularly the Northwest. And the reason is simple. Because they always said that the people of the Northwest, and I always say this is an insult to our brothers of the Southern Zone, because first, we were never divided along the lines Northern Zone, Southern Zones, or Northwest, Southwest. When we came into this union in 1961, no. We were Southern Cameroons, and we had divisions, just divisions across the entire Southern Cameroons. So there was no such thing that existed as Northwest, Southwest. When they brought in this specific geographic demarcation, the intention was clear: to make us think, act, and feel as different people, so that by that particular approach, we will be easily divided, we will be easily pitted one against the other, and then it will be easy to dominate us. Mark you that before getting here, they first of all made sure they destroyed all the institutions that gave clear economic indicators of what strength we of the Southern Cameroons had, economically speaking. That's why they did everything to shut down WADA. That's the Womb Area Development Authority. That's why they did everything to reduce, the Santa Coffee Estate to rubble. That's why they did everything to shut down the Yoke power plant. That's why they did everything to make sure that PowerCam ceased to exist. That's why they did everything to loot Cameroon Bank and make sure they reduced it to its barest expression. And that's why they made sure that they carted away all the equipment from PWD. Yes, from the Public Works Department, who had a lot of equipment which enabled our engineers to schedule road maintenance. Road maintenance was scheduled. It was seasonal. It was scheduled. They knew exactly when to begin maintaining the roads to make sure that these roads are passable all seasons. To imagine that the roads in the Southern Cameroon were more passable in 1945, in 1955, in 1960 than they are in 2022. La République du Cameroon deliberately enclaved us, deliberately made sure we never had farm-to-market roads, deliberately made sure our main cities were not linked to the secondary ones, and especially they made sure that Boya was never linked to Bamenda by road. They also made sure that the area they call Southwest and that they call Northwest never had a good road that could link them. That is why a lot of our people, to go to Boya from Bamenda, you travel through the west region of La République du Cameroon. You travel through the littoral region of La République du Cameroon in order to get to one part of our territory. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. The time I had the rare opportunity to serve as the divisional delegate for communication in Kupeng-Wanengoba, 1999, there's something I observed. That the level of enclavement they imposed on us was horrible. To the point where the divisional officer of Nguti, who has as part of his territory Mbeta, Njungo, Elumbambo, that's part of his territory. But if the divisional officer for Nguti has to tour, that the system of divisional officers, or even the mayor of Nguti has to tour his area of command by car, he has to leave Nguti, pass through Kumba. From Kumba, he will get into La République du Cameroon, pass through Lum, leave Lum, go, that he first of all gets into Konsamba. That's his Lum, yes, Konsamba, Melong. From Melong, you get right to Ngwata. That's towards leading to Chang, right to Ngwata. From there, before he has access to get into part of his territory. So you see how many administrative units, and he has to pass through La République du Cameroon, 2 regions of La République du Cameroon. Because he passed through Sancho, then Ngwata, before getting to either Mbeta, going left, or Njungo, going up the hills. But even to get to Elumba, after doing all this journey, you have to leave Ngwata and trek for 2 hours, at least 2 hours, to get to Elumbambo. That is the village of the late Honorable Etame, my people of Ambazonia. I bring this up because we easily allow ourselves sometimes to get food. La République du Cameroon is aware of the fact that we are extremely rich, our entire territory. I was just talking here about wheat, and I'm talking about Oku. No, it's established. Wheat will not be grown only in Oku. There are a lot of areas in the northern zone where wheat, or let me call it the grass field, where wheat will grow. And in Oku, they are not doing just wheat. Take a look at this. You can see for yourselves. This is tomato. This tomato. And look at what it is. It is not even in the ground. All kinds of agricultural techniques can be developed. And we will have all the resources we need to stay afloat. Look at, you don't even need the farms. This is just a, somebody's garden, just enclosed it and you have bags all over the place. Look at the quantity of tomato. Now, you can see, these are people who will earn just picking these tomatoes and everything all day long provides already a source of livelihood for this gentleman. He may not be alone, there may be many of them. And I want to move out of this. We have been with La République du Cameroon for nearly 60 years. When the tensions got high, and they say they should construct dams because we need to develop electricity. Because Cameroon, including the southern Cameroons put together, has a hydro energy, there's a hydroelectricity potential of 120,000 megawatts. I mean 120,000 megawatts. But do you know how much energy La République is producing today? How much? Because listen, before I left, I was in Lompanga. The Lompanga Dam that has swallowed almost 600 billion CFA will, in the next few months, maybe by November, December, produce just 30 megawatts of energy upfront. That is what ought to have been produced way back in 2017, 2018, to provide energy to the East region. 30 megawatts. I just mentioned the expenditure there, 600 billion CFA, or call it 600,000 million CFA. Away from there, they spent over 400 billion CFA in Memvelo, that's in the south. Memvelo is in the south. And there is 210 megawatts of energy expected. But my findings on the ground indicate that Memvelo at this point, because at its peak, it should normally produce 210 megawatts. But my findings on the ground indicate that Memvelo has hardly put in 160 megawatts. And currently, they are not even at 120 megawatts. I don't know if they're even actually contributing at all at this point in time. But the last I checked, they were not at up to 120 megawatts of contribution to the electricity grid, or to the electricity consumption of Cameroonians, or to the energy provision. And then there was Making. They spent over 60 billion. They say it was about 60 billion, but I understand that finally they ended up at over 150 billion CFA to produce 10 megawatts of energy. 10 megawatts. I mean 10 megawatts of energy. All these investments, center, south, east. The reason is simple. Because like I said, the tournament that is expected to begin on the other side could end up with the creation of a Betty state. Center, south, east if they don't have their way to impose themselves in power after Paul Biya. And so, my people, the Menchum fall in a place they call Northwest, in the grass field of the southern Cameroons, has a potential of well over 200 megawatts of energy. I'm giving information I got from the same books that were provided to me in La République du Cameroun while I was going around all these energy sites to do a program on the CRTV. But now, rather than spend money in Menchum, where I even learned from other sources that the 200 megawatts claimed is conservative simply because they needed to downgrade it, because they estimated at well over 400 megawatts, they rather go spend a lot of money in making for 10 megawatts of energy. My people of Ambazonia, the same purpose of impoverishment. We also have the Abbey Falls, and we have a lot of energy sources in the northwest region. I call it the way they call it. Because you may think it's only agricultural. I've just talked here. In terms of agriculture, no one doubts that there's a lot of food that leaves the northern zone to other parts of La République du Cameroun, even to the southern zone and out to other countries of Central Africa and even into Nigeria. A lot. The northern zone is one of the rare regions where you don't hear people say, I'm buying food from somewhere to send to Bamenda. No, you send money to Bamenda so that they buy food and send to you. This is not arid land. It's never been. And then, move away from there. I talked here the last time about the fact, when you hear La République du Cameroun talked about the subsoil, the mineral resources, they always talk about the East. Mbalam, iron ore, here and there, Skandan, Mine there. Listen, my people, the one that is in the entire zone, Egoving, Ngokutunjia, Bui, Donga Mantung, Boyo, and part of Menchum there is unimaginable. As I'm talking, there is a document I've been struggling to lay my hands on. La République du Cameroun has that document concealed even right in a safe. The reason? They say, if we let those people know that this is what they have, we will never be able to have even any form of negotiation that leaves us have any kind of attachment to them. And one of those persons in La République du Cameroun who has a copy of that document, there are two of them. Callistus Fulgentry has a copy of that document. Fru Jonathan Mujingni, who's a son of mine, has a copy of that document. They know what is in that place. They know the potential. It's unimaginable. So give me a break. When they come to tell you, oh, don't worry, they are coming after you because of your petrol. They are coming after you because of your timber. Sorry. All of southern Cameroon is scandalously rich. That is why France will do all within their power to keep us in bondage. And that is why it is important for us as a people to recognize this fact and build synergy and stay united and continue to operate as one people with one clear objective, who all know that we have one destiny. The only weapon they have against us for now is divide and rule. The only way they have been able to hold us down for 60 years is divide and rule. The only way they have been able to make us not be able to kick them out within just this past 5 years has been divide and rule. But my people of Ambazonia, there comes a time where we need to rise to the occasion and say enough is enough. Those who are so prone to veiling information, oh, they are coming because they want our resources. Now you know. Now you know what I know. Now you know a lot of what they too know. And that is why one day I was conducting an interview with one of those government officials for CRTV. And we said, but why don't you tell the people the truth about these resources in all the places where they are attached and they are not being exploited? And he said, if you tell them the truth, they will fight. We actually had that as a clip on Cameroon this morning on CRTV. They say, keep on telling lies to Cameroonians. And somebody said, if you tell them the truth, they will fight. Why don't they want to tell you the truth? Why don't they want to tell us the truth? Because they know that the truth sets free. Because we know it, we will be free. Because we know it, we will stand up for what belongs to us. Because we know it, we will know that it is important for us to unite, to bond together as one people and fight for our rights. And fight for the future of our children and our children's children and generations of Southern Cameroonians to come. They know that if we know this sacrosanct truth, we will fight. That is why I will continue to be unrelenting in bringing these very important truths to all and sundry. That we know that we are one people, damned with enormous resources all over our territory. All over. There is not a single place that has nothing to offer. I will be right back.
Would you like to make a six-figure income? Well, you have come to the right place. At Venbati LLC, we can make your dream come true by training you to become a professional Scrum Master in just 6 short weeks. You heard me right, just 6 weeks. This may be the biggest life-changing decisions you will ever make. They say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. If you were walking down the street and opportunity walked past you, would you recognize it? Well, here is an opportunity you won't want to miss. At Venbati LLC, our world-class trainers would prepare you for one of the best career changes you will ever make. And then you can consider yourself lucky when you make that 6-figure income and laugh your way to the bank. If you are that person who can recognize an opportunity, call us at 240-701-7796. Check out our website, www.venbati.com. We have limited spaces. First come, first serve. Come one, come all.
One phrase I picked from that advertorial is very interesting. It aligns with the message I've been sharing here. Some people will call it luck, but it is not luck. But if you want to look at it as luck, then put it that way. That luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Opportunity is coming on across the River Mungo. How prepared are we? That is the million-dollar question we should be answering. If you are doubting what I'm talking about, look at the preparation.
Pour notre leader, le charismatique Olivier Emmanuel Franck-Biya, que nous souhaitons qu'il arrive à la magistrature suprême. Et de deux,
I'm deliberately silent.
nous prions
because I'll
aussi
come back to it once it is finished.
pour notre très chère
Take a look
maman,
at the environment.
Madame Blas, la coordonnatrice nationale du mouvement. Que le Tout-Puissant lui donne la force, la puissance d'arriver, de parachever cette mission. Car tout le peuple camerounais, la jeunesse tout entière, satisfait, content du mouvement, prie le Dieu Tout-Puissant d'accepter à ce que notre leader en 2025 devienne le tout premier président de la jeunesse, le tout premier président jeune du Cameroun. Nous avons cette conviction parce que à Fumban, pour notre leader, le charismatique Olivier Emmanuel Frank Biya, que nous souhaitons qu'il arrive à la magistrature suprême. Et de deux, nous prions aussi.
My people, this is amazing. But when you just take a look at this, I know you have already watched it on social media. I'm just bringing it here because I think I'm breaking some news to you. But I'm bringing it here so that we have a frank talk about this. Look at the kind of environment. You look at, it's not like there couldn't be light. No. These are the esoteric realms that are already being evoked to keep the people of Cameroon, again, in total darkness, to keep the people of Cameroon subjugated and everything. This is just what has been done for the close to 40 years that Paul Biya has been in power in our country. Black magic, sects, all kinds of things, all kinds of incantations. That is not a place you want to belong to. No. Light and darkness can never go together. That's not the kind of place you want to belong to. Just look at the tattered building. You see the walls almost breaking and everything. When you look at these people, take another look at them.
Pour notre
you
très
see
chère
poverty
maman,
on them. You look at the environment.
Madame
the
Blas,
walls even make as if they are
la
breaking. Just look at-
coordonnatrice
You see dirt.
nationale
you see
du
everything.
mouvement,
But make no mistake.
que
This is where they are sitting to plan how to keep you, how to keep me in bondage forever. So, while you hear them talk of 2025, 2025, don't be fooled. Those who are waiting for 2025, you get up one morning and you realize that you are as backward as the snortings of an aircraft. That succession in La République du Cameroun is being played out as we speak. Because Paul Biya is vegetable. Nobody doubts it. He is failed. He is finished. He's everything. That is why you see the cacophony that's going on now. And you know, they say when the elephants are fighting, the grass suffers. As you can see, the grass that I'm saying in this circumstance are those misguided southern Cameroonians who continue to think that they can ever belong to that triangle. Look at your brother John Gute. See what's happening to him. He's been trampled upon completely. He does not exist. The country operates as if a prime minister does not exist. Why? Because the stakes are high, extremely high. Right now, if you recall, in my last broadcast, I brought a text from Frank Biya who said, just be calm, respect our institutions because something is about to happen. And I promise, I will. Because they definitely are promising Frank behind that we will just make it like it's a coup. We saw what happened in the Democratic Republic of Congo between Laurent Désiré Kabila and his son, Joseph Kabila. And those who plan to take out Laurent Désiré Kabila work with his son. So La République du Cameroun, I've said it, is in a powder magazine. And all the camps are ready and observing each other. Don't think that anybody is sleeping there. No. No one. And this is why my people of Amba, I get back to the statement from that commercial. When opportunity meets preparation, what you have is, boom, success. Success unimaginable. And this is why I have said on this platform over and over and over, are we ready? How are we preparing for this ultimate moment? And that's why I quickly jumped on the opportunity and praised our brother No Pity and the Unity Warriors and all those who are trying to create that synergy on the ground because we need it. So that when the time comes, we will not have people saying, don't come, this is my territory, you don't come here, don't pass here, or if you are coming from Boyo, don't pass here, this is Boyo, if you are coming from Mezam, don't come here, this is Bui, if you are coming from Donga Mantu, don't come here, or this is Menchum, you are coming from Momo or Manu, don't pass here. No, we don't need that. Because when that opportunity comes, it is agreement among all those boys and girls in the bushes that will make sure, that will ensure that we attain our objective, that we consolidate. But if opportunity meets unpreparedness, we will instead jump on the opportunity to tear ourselves further than we are tearing now. I mean, to set ourselves completely apart. I said here in my last broadcast that anyone that you see today referring to our brother Nopiti or all those seeking to build synergy on the ground, those referring to them as B contractors are themselves the true enemies of this movement. They're the true enemies of our freedom quest. I'm saying it without blinking, without mincing words, because anyone who is reasonable enough will know that at the approach of this opportunity, we meet all those who have toys in their hands to be connecting, so that at the appropriate time, an understanding among them all will give us the possibility to secure our territory. To secure our territory. And to make sure that by the time the Republic finishes tearing itself and comes, we are fully organized and fully advanced. Did I mention Somaliland? Don't ask me that question. My people of Ambazonia, I say the tournament is about to begin. The tension is high. And the people are armed to the teeth. This is no drifting matter. No. And that is why you see, they have not settled down and said, no, we are just watching. No. When Frank there is making that is noise, they say, when you find a toad dancing along the road in broad daylight, know the drummer is in the bush. And that's why they are now rebuking that toad directly. That's why you see this. In my last broadcast, I brought you a woman who said in no uncertain terms that none agree. Today, they have their posters out. Listen, while all of this is going on, my people of Ambazonia, let us continue to fortify our positions. Let us continue to mobilize resources. Let us continue to shun all those whose only tendency in this movement is division and quest for selfish power and selfish financial gains. No, let's remain focused. Focus our attention on the objective. Focus our attention on Boya, because that is where we are headed. And make sure that we don't allow this thing to go messy, to take decades like others did. This liberation movement, this particular phase of it, was not ignited in 2016 for no good reason. This thing was careful divine preparation. Because the end of that horrible era also has to mark the end of black-on-black colonialism in southern Cameroon. That's why for those who are saying, oh, a place that has taken 30 years, 50 years, I've been laughing. Because I know that in our case, we will scarcely scratch 10 years because of that opportunity. But if opportunity does not meet preparation, it will become a curse. A curse. And the biggest preparation we need to do now is make sure we promote synergy among especially ground zero actors. That is where this synergy, this understanding, this unity is more important than anywhere else. If we must think of that opportunity. My people, take a moment, meditate over what I just said, that if opportunity comes for us as it is coming and meets unpreparedness, that opportunity will become a far bigger curse than what it really would have been like. So let us do everything we can to encourage people, the various actors, in the right direction where they ought to be encouraged. To God be the glory.